afternoon. Today is Tuesday, September 28th, 2010, and you are with Carolina Considered at Cheraw State Park in South Carolina. Who are we talking with today?
My name is Mark Davies. I'm the park manager.
The park manager here. Thank you for your time today, Mr. Davies. I know you're busy with this huge operation that you have to run. I wonder if we could begin with a few personal notes about you, if you don't mind. Like, where were you born and raised?
Well, I was born and raised in California and lived there until I was about 10. And then my mom was actually from Bishopville area. So we moved here and lived in South Carolina for a few years and finished up my high school years in Atlanta. After that, went to the University of Georgia for 2 years, lived in Colorado for a few years, finished up school in Myrtle Beach in Conway at Coastal Carolina, and then after that, moved back to Colorado, and then came back to South Carolina and got my start with the Park Service.
Good heavens, you've lived all over this country.
This part of the state is a great part. I lived in the lower part of the state, upper part of the state, and also now in the middle part of the state. So,
well, we're going to get to that in a little while because you've had experience of an unusual sort around the system, and I hope you'd be willing to make some general comparisons about that. But before we get to that, as you were growing up, were you outside? Were you a kid who played outside, or did you sit on the couch and watch TV?
I like to play outside, I admit. I was on my bike a lot as a kid, and we would try to go out and play as much as we could outside. I do remember some long, hot summer nights in Bishopville, riding our bikes around to all hours of the night, and spending a little bit of time out at Lee State Park as well.
Lee State Park is a great place.
It is.
We have some programs about Lee State Park on the Carolina Considered project. And you mentioned that you went to school at Coastal Carolina.
I did. I went to school at Coastal Carolina. I finished up there in 2001 with a degree in business administration with a focus in accounting.
That's unusual now for a park manager, isn't it?
It is, but the business degree actually helps me out a lot.
How so?
Well, a lot of the parks are run. There's obviously business aspects to every park, whether it's running a campground and whether it's running a golf course or a cabin operation or anything else. There's certain business aspects to running any one of those operations.
And so your business and accounting degree certainly helps you prepare that. Many people I talk with who have aspirations to join the Park Service don't realize that as a park manager, you're running a very big business.
That's a large business. 7,000-acre park here at Cheraw, and it's numerous different operations, whether it's the campground, cabins, golf course, programs. There's a maintenance end of this park. There's a operations end. There's all different sorts of parts of the park that need to get run. And a big part of it also is the resource management. Just, a 7,000-acre park, we have a lot of forest. We have a 360-acre lake. Just numerous different places that you can come out and visit while you're here.
Isn't this one of the biggest parks in the system?
It is one of the biggest parks in the system. It's
huge.
A couple other parks around. Mountain Bridge is about 10,000 acres, and this is right up there in those top 3 or 4 parks in terms of acreage.
That's quite a job.
Yeah.
What other sorts of preparation did you have before you joined the Park Service that you think helped you in this career?
I think a lot of the job is people skills. So whether it's interacting with guests, interacting with their the other employees as well, it's so I feel like the experiences I've taken from my other jobs in the past is mainly people skills, and specifically a love of outdoors as well. Just being outside and enjoying nature and finding out what I can find around the park, around the next corner. You never know what you're going to see, and just a curiosity of what can you find out there.
Well, that speaks volumes. It certainly does. One other thing that people don't realize is the importance of personnel. You're responsible for the personnel in the park. You
Correct.
have to do that. It's a big job. Better you than me, I'll tell you that. I enjoy just visiting.
Oh, yeah.